YouTube, it's your boy Quinn Wade, Quinny W20 here, coming to you with a quick NBA hot topic for you guys for the day. We're gonna talk about the Milwaukee Bucks, Brandon Knight. Not too many people talking about him, just like Conley, Jeff Teague, Tobias Harris. I'm gonna talk about an underrated player in the league, something that a lot of people don't talk about on their podcast, and a lot of people don't talk about on their TV shows, or the underrated players, the people that's not all stars, the people that's not well known, but the people that deserve a little credit for what they do. But this time, we're gonna talk about how good Brandon Knight is, how great he is. We're gonna talk about that and ask, how much money should the Bucks or another team give a player like Brandon Knight? Because if you ask that question, he's putting up quality minutes. He can shoot, he can finish, he does play decent defense. He is a workaholic, which means he works on his game. He constantly wants to get better, and I can see him improving season after season after season. So if you gave him the money to be your franchise point guard, he's 23 years old, and he's pretty much going to be a free agent because they did not re-sign him for. They did not give him a contract. They did not agree to a contract. The Milwaukee Bucks and Brandon Knight did not agree to a contract, so he will not be extended. So with that being said, he's going to be a free agent. So if a team wants to, how much money would they give a player like Brandon Knight? Brandon Jennings got 25 or 27 million for 3 years, I believe, and Brandon Knight pretty much is better than Brandon Jennings. They was actually in a trade for each other. Brandon Jennings is a better shooter. Sometimes he can be a better playmaker, but he's not a better defender. And Brandon Knight is overall more consistent, and Brandon Knight has more versatility because he goes inside the paint. He can finish, he can dunk, he can shoot floaters, and he has a better consistent jump shot, and he takes better shots than Brandon Jennings. So that trade ended up being a bust for Detroit because Brandon Knight ended up being a better player in that trade. And they gave up a couple more players in that trade, in a pick, I believe, for Brandon Jennings. So Detroit must thought they was getting a great point guard in Brandon Jennings when they all actually got the worst player, which was Brandon Jennings, who's been playing sloppy, inconsistent basketball and shooting up stupid shots. We got a player like Brandon Knight, who knows his role. He shoots the shots he needs to take. He knocks down a three efficiently. He goes into the paint, finishes, dunks, layup, and floaters, and he has a little good pull-up mid-range game. But he's not selfish. He likes to give up the ball. He just doesn't look to score all the time Sometimes he just gives the ball in fast break. He gives up the ball early. He passes it around. Like, this whole offense don't revolve around Brandon Knight. It revolves around a lot of players in the Bucks. And he's unselfish. He used to be a score-first point guard. Now he's more of a play the offense point guard, and that's because Jason Kidd has helped him improve. He averaging a career high 5.4 assists. Like I said, Brandon Knight is not your traditional point guard. He's not a setup point guard like Rondo, like Chris Paul. He's a point guard that comes in there to attack and shoot, but he still can pass in the fast break. He still can pass on the drives. So he's going to get 5 to 6 assists a game, which is not that much, but it reminds me a little bit of Kyrie Irving and Damian Lillard. In the system they in, they don't really need to get that many assists. Brandon Knight, if he put in a system like Chris Paul, he probably could get 10 assists a game if he was forced to do it. But since in the Bucks they let him play his style of play, Brandon Knight is not asked to get 10 assists a game. He's asked to do what he's best at, and that's score and shoot the ball off threes and off screens and get in the paint. And that's what he has to do in the Bucks. So to ignore his assists, he's not asked to get 7 to 8 assists. He's asked to play his role on his team, and he's been doing that well. Let's run down the stats. He's averaging 17.9 points, 3.4 turnovers, 1.4 steals, which is a career high, 5.4 assists, which is a career high, 4.6 rebounds, which is a career high, 89% from the free throw line with a career high 4.6 attempts. Like I said, he gets to the paint, but he only getting fouled twice a game. So he's shooting 89%. So he's knocking down, he's missing barely once every game. Once every one game. So one game he'll make all of them. One game he'll miss one of them. So he's missing a free throw every now and then, every game. He's shooting 39% from the three-point line. And I want to talk about this real quick to go in depth. He's shooting 4.6 threes. So don't look at his percentage and say he's only shooting 1 3, he's only shooting 2 threes. He's shooting 4 threes a game, and he's shooting it at 39%. That's elite three-point shooting. You want to shoot at least 38 to 39 to 40% to show that you're a knockdown three-point shot. He's coming off screens. He's doing pull-up threes. He's just showing that swagger and that confidence in his game when it comes to the three-point shot and making shots off the dribble. He's showing that swagger and that confidence, and I like what I'm seeing. But he's knocking down threes at a good rate. So you want him to take three. Like I said, Brandon Jennings is not taking these kind of threes. He's forcing up threes. He's throwing a bad three. Brandon Knight's coming off threes, setting his feet, being patient, and knocking down the three-point shot. He's being patient. He's not rushing it. He's not forcing it. And he's taking good looks every game. And Brandon Knight right now is knocking down a three-point shot at a ridiculous clip. And if he can keep that up, he's gonna be getting a lot of money. A point guard that can shoot threes. He always been a decent three-point shooter though. 38%, 36%, 32%, and 39%. He never been a below average three-point shooter. And he's shooting 43% from the field, which is a career high. Where he's taking less shots than he took last year. Last year he shot 15 shots. This year he's shooting 13 shots. Even though them shot attempts gonna go up since Jabari Parker went out. So them shot attempts might go up, or they might get Antetokounmpo a lot more shots. Because they got to find a way to replace. Actually, Antetokounmpo got injured too. I think he got an ankle sprain. So Brandon Knight going to be asked to score a lot more since he lost 2 scorers on his team. 2 players that get to the paint. So he's going to be asked to probe in and get into the paint a little more. So this is the question. With the numbers I just read, he does need to prove his decision making hugely. He needs to know when to pass, when to dribble, and when to pass, dribble, when to score. If he can figure that out, he can be a top 10 point guard, because he still has bad decision making and he doesn't know what to do all the time. He forces a lot of passes. He dribbles a little too much sometimes in the paint, and he gets a lot of turnovers if you watch him play. So he has to fix his decision making a little more if you want to become an elite point guard. He ain't an elite point guard, but he's coming to that level of a top 10 point guard. So he's not gonna be a top 5 point guard no time soon, but he can be in the next 3 years if he gets the right coach and the right system. So at the end of the day, I think Brandon Knight is worth a 4-year, $40 million contract, or a $48 million contract, the same contract they gave Kemba. I do think Brandon Knight is better and more consistent and a better passer than Kemba, and a better scorer than Kemba, and a better finisher than Kemba. So he should get the same amount of money, because he's still a flawed player. But if Kemba got $48 million, I think Brandon Knight should get around $48 million or a little more. That's how much I think he's worth. Let me know what you think he's worth in the comment section below. If you like the video, comment, or feel free to like the video. If you like this video, also check out my older videos. If you're new to the channel and you like this video, you like my older videos, I don't see why you wouldn't subscribe. Quinn Wade, QuinnDW20 signing out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of y'all day.